Blog Talk Radio.
Place I want to be. more than that, but you know why though. Yeah, I ain't even got to say no more. I know I'm on my way though. Get ready.
Early in the morning when I'm standing at attention, I'm missing your attention and the smell of your loving all over me. I mean all over me. Nothing better than waking up to perfection. So perfected it's leaving me with no question that this is where I wanna be. To put it in perspective, I've given up the quest now. I can't wait to come home. No first thing smoking, baby. Oh yeah. Out here on the road. Out here on the road. Stacking all this stuff. Gotta keep you satisfied. I can't wait to come home. No first things smoking, baby. I ain't joking. Miss your taste, miss your smell, miss your feel, miss your baby. Just wanna get back to you. I'm impatiently waiting for quitting time, just to get to a place that feel good inside. Submissive positions that got me tapping out. You can't take it no more, baby, you're tapping out. It's like ABC's the way you screw me. I've been thinking about it, baby, I'm ready. Cause you got that love that I need. So baby, hold on to me. I can't wait to come home. First thing smoking, baby, I ain't joking. Out here on the road, out here digging, stacking all this stuff to bring it home. I can't wait to come home. I ain't talking about the money, baby. No, baby, I ain't joking. Talking about that space sugar, that bank account killer. Just wanna get back to you. I can't wait to come home. Hopping on the first thing smoking, baby, I ain't joking. I'm coming home to you. Coming home. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Baby, I'm coming home to you. Oh. I can't wait to come home. Hopping on the first thing smoking. Hopping on the first thing smoking. Be a plane, train, automobile. Stacking all the stuff. I gotta get to you, baby. Cause I know it's waiting for me at home. Baby, I ain't joking. Miss your taste, miss your smell, miss your feel, miss your ooh. Just wanna get back to you. Oh, baby, you got that kind of love. Make me call off sick. Make me not wanna go on the road. Like G said, you got that kind of love that make me wanna bust. Make me wanna slap your mama, baby. Yeah.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted with Patricia M. Goins.
And Mr. Stout, what it do?
What is going on? You know what? How are you feeling about the verdict?
I don't know, because it's still going on. Like, we just
Right.
heard, like, out here in Columbus, somebody was just killed, and someone was killed in North Carolina within a 24-hour period.
And they're getting younger.
Yeah, they're teenagers. Yeah, so
that's really
the whole thing right there.
Yeah, that's so. We got the Bomb Diggity. Let me shift the energy.
Yeah.
We have the Bomb Diggity show.
Mm-hmm.
So you know I'm from Ohio. You know that's where I'm from. Okay. And you know that Ohio was popping for many, 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 many years, right? Like most of the hits was coming out of Ohio, right?
Okay.
I ain't hear a lot about Jersey back then, but I know Ohio was killing the game.
Really? Well, when was? This was like in the 70s.
No,
80s?
please. Ohio was doing our thing. So anyway, everybody has heard of Men at Large. Almost everyone has heard of Men at Large. And everyone has heard of the Dazz band, you know. And then Katzz is another really popular one that was in Ohio. Mm-hmm. So we have these two gentlemen today. And I know that one of them is on right now. I see ATL in the house. Mr. Tolliver.
What's happening?
Going on?
Hey.
Oh my gosh! You know, I just played that video of yours. One of your hits. I can't even reach over to the other monitor to pull it up, so Blaster. Hold on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Haven't I seen this video before? You know I'm about to pump it.
So that just comes from a culmination of doing everything on your own and not really being at it. When you're a father, a husband, a motivational guy, or somebody that's there for everybody else, you tend to put the things that you need to do but behind you and have to take care of everybody else's needs first. So I'm like, through the help of like reels on Instagram and stuff like that, I've been posting all my songs. They've been getting pretty good numbers and views. And I understand that, Instagram is a tip for some of the independent artists that I've been hearing from some of the PR curators that they're trying to, match TikTok's intensity on the market. So they're pushing your videos. They're trying to push them viral more than normal. So get over there and get on it. So I've been, putting a little content over there, here and there, everywhere, just a little bit.
All right. That's great.
So,
yeah, I'm on Ross.
When we were in Atlanta, I got a chance to talk to you back then.
Right.
But I have I have this podcast now that's a spinoff from the radio station. So I got a lot more fans who don't know your story. So please, because I know you're in Atlanta, but you're from Ohio. Right? Can you let them know, like, your journey,
You going out, Pat. Your mic, what's going on over there, baby?
Can you hear me?
I mean, it sounds like it's a thunderstorm in your living room.
Oh, wow.
We got the mics up.
I don't know what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay.
So you said,
did you hear any of what I just said? Did you hear any of what I just said?
Ohio, and you said, I know you from Ohio, and then...
Oh, okay. Okay. So let me take you back down the Yellow Brick Road to where it all started from in Ohio.
Oh, wait.
So tell them how
so
you got
that's where you want me to
started.
go. Okay, so I started off, man, my uncle/dad/uncle, he was one of the top programmers in the nation. He gave me a job at the radio station. He actually forced me to do it. He didn't ask me, he just told me to be there that night. And that started off my career into the entertainment business. I was like 15 years old, a sophomore in high school on the radio, like on the real radio. And from that, I got a chance to meet so many people that I'm friends with now that are, entertainers, celebrities, like Salt and MC Shan and God Rest, Ecstasy and Prince Marky D. And I met all those guys back then, but I was able to tour with them and travel later and become friends with them as I got older. But during that process, Gerald Levert saw me and one of my other friends who's left us gone too. We were dancing for Johnny O and the Searching Crew. You know who Johnny O is? He's the CEO of Nerve DJs. And Gerald walked in. Yeah. And so Gerald walked in and said, I got this idea for three big dudes that can sing, dance, cute, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm condensing it because it's a long story. The next week or so or next few days, we went to the studio. He actually discovered us at a guy named Jeffrey Charles' house. Jeffrey Charles was a disc jockey on the air back then, too, but he was a singer, and he had a concert that night and had an after party, and everybody came over. Gerald came in and was like, sing, 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 sing. This was 1986, so then we didn't see him again until 1989 until he walked in the studio and said, I got this idea for three big dudes that can sing, dance, cute, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We went to the studio probably a couple days later. We auditioned for him. Steve Russell from Troop was there. The Rude Boys were there. the whole Treble Productions. You know, everybody was there. Who, you know, Sean, Mark. The next day we auditioned for his dad, and you know, that was the time when they were just hitting big on the scene with that big Throwdown album. You know, Pop, 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 Casanova. That record, which that ran for about 3 years, and then they came with the Rope-A-Dope style, and that's when we released our first album. Ours was May of '92. First single came out on East West Atlantic Records, Use Me, and that's the story in a nutshell. That's long condensed, but it's long.
Wow.
I think. Well, I know when you came out with your with y'all's first release, Men at Large. That was in June 18th, 1992. What?
How did you get the exact date? I've been looking for the exact date of that. How did you find that?
I looked you up.
I was trying to find the exact release dates of the single because next year will be 30 years for me and Jason. So go ahead. I'm sorry. That's dope.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's June 18th. 1992. That's when you released your self-titled debut album. Yes, you're on Wikipedia, so you can find yourself up under Wikipedia.
Damn.
And I see and it has your music. Your Where Dave and Jason, Use Me, You Me. Yeah. Would you like to dance with me? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it had two versions of Use Me, so it was a remix.
Yeah. So was it a remix?
The first one. The first one was a real hard New Jack swing. The beat was really hard, and Mark Gordon did that. And then the second one was a little smoother with the drum pads, same chords and key, just a little different. But it was the same song, but it was just a little smoother. That's all. It was a little smoother.
You just brought up the thing about New Jack swing. I remember when I was out there too. That whole sound with that, and that was it was really fresh, and being a part of that, how was that era, being a part of that era? How did that feel?
Man, for me, I'm blessed and thankful to have been a part of anything that was so illustrious as being with Gerald and Eddie Levert, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, but working with them, I mean, that's like getting classically trained. I mean, working with Pavarotti or working with, one of the, going to the Massachusetts Music Institute or, Berkeley, getting private one-on-one, and it was so fun, man. It was carefree. It was fun. It was carefree. It was exciting. It was new. So it was like getting that thing you wanted for Christmas, but this time, you didn't get tired of it by the second week of January. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to keep playing with it forever and ever and ever. And it was it's like one of the things you see on the TV shows. They'd be like, okay, we're doing a charity drive. Like on Family Matters one time, what's her name? Eddie threw away Laura's doll, and she was like, this is my doll I had when I was a little girl, such and such and such. It was messed up, but I still wanted it. And Steve went down to the dump for 16 hours to get it. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? Something I never want to give up. Something I never want to let go of. And those memories, those times, man. Jeez.
I know. I think about Freddie Riley and everything. Yeah.
I think these guys have times like that now, but it's like times back then you could be a little more carefree and do more stuff. Stuff was a little freer and safer. It was just the beginning of HIV and stuff like that. I'm talking about, there still were the dangers of everything, but it was coming the inclusion of, this germ warfare, with the self-made disease. Right. It's been around forever, but the stuff that was being implemented into the society, and that was, it killed the fun. I mean,
right, you saying 30 years ago, we partying still, and go you go to a party and you listen to this music of those days. You were going home and everybody was could talk about it the next day. You wasn't about like a tragedy just had happened. You just like, man, we went out there. And
now you go party carefree. You taking something home with you. You can't get rid of it. You're passing it on, and here we go, another pandemic, so to speak. You know what I mean? So. I don't know, man, but listen, let me tell you something. Those were the times, the greatest times of my life that I will never, ever, 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 ever forget, ever.
Yeah. Man.
Your daughter can blow too, can't she?
Yeah, she's actually sitting in the car with me right now. She can sing her ass off, And
oh my God,
she's been singing.
Is she shy? Is she shy?
No. She's just.
You think she would she sing me a tune?
You'd have to send her something to her Cash App. She's very particular. She is.
Oh yeah, that's making sense.
Turn it off from
right.
All right. You got me. Yeah, I heard through the grapevine. So if it's traveling through the grapevine, she must be.
Honestly, most parents always, oh, my daughter, my son could do this, and then you see it or hear it and be like, But my daughter, I do an event every Tuesday in Clubhouse, and they're like industry professionals, legendary producers and playwrights and songwriters in there that are my judges and my moderators in my singing contest. She sung for them and knocked their socks off. So they asking me every week, where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? And, you know, she's really busy and really diligent about her schoolwork, so she doesn't play around. And but she writes and produces her own music. So she's ready for prime time.
Well, that's what I heard.
What it is for these kids today is that everything is right there. For us, we were ready to just bust out and do it all the time because we didn't have the vehicles. And when somebody said do it, we did it because we have no choice. We might not have another opportunity. But with them, they have the internet. They have, you know, and that's such great a thing for them because, you know, she might not sing on here, but then she'll go maybe sing on her page, and then next thing you know, she done got about 10, 20 million hits on something. I'm speaking that into existence. But, you know, yeah, so that's the difference between us and them.
So we have a caller on the line. We have a couple callers. So let me get you one up.
Okay.
Caller, you have 7.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah.
This is San Edward Moore.
Dan
in the house. Dan had to roll in like a celebrity.
No. It was a misunderstanding on it, but I was able to shift off and put off what I was doing. We got a big project coming up tomorrow, and I got another one coming up Friday that I'm having to work overtime for. But I was able to shift them and told them I could talk to them and do them after we do this interview. So I apologize.
I appreciate you.
For the mishap.
That's why I love you, Stan. That's why I love Stan.
All you artists out there.
Stan,
gonna be doing most of the talking
forever, baby. You ain't gonna be able to get rid of me. I'm always on your team. That energy.
Yeah, well, artists.
That's that energy.
They don't do that.
Energy. I love it. So we were in we were in the middle of talking to your partner, David Tolliver. Oh my gosh! So I'm so glad. I've been waiting to get both of you together.
I call him Davido. Davido, come as Davido.
I like that too.
Davido.
I like that.
Davido. That's David in Spanish. Davido.
He's gonna do most of the talking.
Of course, I don't mind.
Did you hear that, David?
I'm not that much of a talker anyway.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, Stan. David, do you agree with that? I'm gonna ask David.
Not like Dave though. Dave off the top of the rock. I got to think about what I got to say. Dave just roll. I can't just roll like how Dave be rolling. Dave, look, you mess around, keep talking with Dave. Bro, you mess around, keep talking with Dave. Dave gonna go Jamaican on you, and you don't know how to handle it, man. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
David, what month? I'm curious. What month was you born in, David?
July, baby. July 30th.
Yes,
is that Taurus or is that a water sign? I'm just wondering because a lot of water signs we talk. We got to express ourselves.
Fire.
Fire. Okay.
Sign, Leo.
Okay. So
yeah, Leo, he's fire.
Look, I was watching.
Do y'all remember? I'm curious. Do y'all remember? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm waiting on you.
I want to know. Do y'all remember the first day, like y'all actually met, like the first time? Do y'all remember that? Do both of y'all remember that day?
I don't.
I don't. No, I really don't. To be honest. I remember our first encounter, but I don't remember our first time actually meeting. But you know, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the first time. You know what? I'll go as far as to say it probably was a radio station.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's
it probably,
and so,
it probably was at the radio station.
But I know the first time we really ever action was recently, like over the past couple of years, at the Nerve DJ station, where we really, like I said the other day, it probably was some unnecessary, unsaid tension that happened that wasn't supposed to happen, that really didn't mean nothing. And then once we found each other up here through my dad, it's like, nigga, why we ain't been hanging out all these years?
Right.
You know, and then we make music together, and we're gonna do a whole project. And I think that's what we're doing, right, Stan?
Yeah, we're gonna put a project together, Dave, and we talked about it. About a 5-6 track album or something we're gonna do.
Okay.
Because after we had hit that, David texted me and called me. He's like, bro, we need to put an album together. I said, okay. And this text was like about 2 a.m. So I'm like, 1 eye open, 1 eye closed, half asleep. It's like, okay. Then I woke up next morning. Did Dave text me talking about we're going to do an album? I'm quite sure he did. And then I checked back and looked at the text. Yeah, he texted we're going to do an album. I said, okay. So, but you know what? It is a blessing and an honor to really work with someone like Dave because his vocal arrangements are just like sickly fire. They're just ridiculous. When I presented this track to Dave, he just lit it up. I was just like, oh my God, he just lit it up. Just lit it. It just I don't know how long it took him, but he made it sound like
I had been pussyfooting around. The reason why we hadn't did a record in forever, and I'm not afraid to admit it, is me. And I did this thing last year, the 50 Facts in 50 Days. You might not know about Dave Tolliver. One of my things that I hate about myself sometimes is I procrastinate. And I probably was sitting on the record because, you know, you be so into yourself. Like, you know, people have asked me, manage. It's like, I don't really have the time to manage anybody because, honestly, managing people is a full-time babysitting job. It's like being a parent. You know, they want you to invest money, and people get being a manager being misconstrued. You're not being a manager. You're supposed to create income, not give up the income. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a manager is somebody that can take a piece of 7-day-old dog poo and make somebody see the value in it. You have to be able to make somebody, like if your artist got a bad name, you seen all the movies, your artist got a bad name, you got to be able to go and sell it and make people think, man, yeah, but he did this, he's on just, but he did this and he did this. Yeah, you're right. I don't have that energy. And plus I have my daughter and my son. My son raps and you know, he does that stuff, but he writes good stuff. And my daughter, she's just on another planet with it. So I have to take time that I would never take away from them, especially my daughter, because my son, he wants to do everything on his own. I'm like, that's cool with me. Do it. I don't care. That's save me time having to fight. You won't have to do stuff the right way. But you know, that's it.
So
and you know
said,
what? And Piggy. I just wanted to piggyback on what Dave was saying. As far as like when you take in somebody, thing of it is about doing that is they'll say one thing and will react on another, meaning to say they say they respect your craft, they respect your art, they respect your music, respect your work, but when you do what it took for you to get where you at that they respect, that's where they have the problem at, because they looking at that like, nah, that don't feel like that's right. But we know in our hearts, because we've been through it and we've lived it, we know what to do. So that's another type kind of sort of headache you really don't want to deal with. But on the flip side, it's like, oh my God, really? I mean, that's what we do. That's how we are. So we know. And it's like when you try to teach someone what you were taught, no matter how you were taught it, but when you try to use your own philosophy behind what got you where you were, that they say they so-called respect, you'll see a whole different side. You'll be like, oh, it's like that? Oh, okay. And that's kind of sort of why, I tend to, if I know for certain that this person is just a freaking walking, what's the word I'm trying to, that's a walking freak of nature of just a gift. I love working with people like that because they make it easy for you when it comes to recordings. Some of them can listen. Yeah. Some of them will be like, okay, do it this way, do it that way. They're cool like this. Now remember, your performance is totally different from your recording, so you got to know how to flip the two. Stuff of that nature like that. But it's like when you'll be able to determine, to make it cutting it short, you'll be able to determine the men from the boys when they come out like that. You'll be able to be like, okay, yeah, they dope. Or no, they suck. Okay, but you can't tell them that. Also, we'll probably tell them.
I wanna play some more of y'all tunes because I want people to really understand like who we're talking about right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna play one of your songs, and then I'm gonna play one of David's songs. Right. So we'll be right back on the Move Unscripted with Stan Edward Moore and David Tolliver. I got them both. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so cool. We'll be right back, y'all.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. Like Bobby, Chanel Sosa, D, baby. Let's go.
All she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, I'll work it out. Said it ain't a game. What you talking about? Yeah. All she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, I'll work it out. Said it ain't a game. What you talking about? She said she wanted deeper. She said she wanted slow. Baby is a keeper, so I'm putting on a show. You saw what you reap. I mean, I really don't know, but I'm trying to keep her, so I'm ready to go. All I wanna do is turn around, yeah, baby. All I wanna do is turn around. Ooh, all she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, yeah, I'll work it out. I will. Said it ain't a game. No, what you talking about? Alright. All she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out. I will. I'll work it out. I will. Said it ain't a game. What you talking about? Look. She said I'm the bestest, like Usher confession. At first she was restless, and now she all invested. I told her don't fear, 'cause baby I'm here. I'm only in town for the night. Yeah, I need you to hold me down for the night. Get me right. All I wanna do is turn around. Ooh, all I wanna do is turn around. Girl, I hope you're ready. All she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, I'll work it out. Yes, I will. Said it ain't a game. What you talking about? Oh, all she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, I'll work it out. I told your girl this right here, right? Don't think I'm crazy, but look, I said this, look. Baby, I'm a killer, you know that I'm a gorilla. I'ma make you call my name, I'ma be your claim to fame. I'ma be digging you down right. Think about me on your downtime. My pictures of me in your cloud ride. You texting me all in your mouth right.
You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted. Just in case you're late or anything like that, we got the two. I'm trying to think of the best word to describe both of them, because they both are just like equally the bomb diggity to me. So how do you? Right. What word could I use to describe Dan and David? I'm trying to think of
Twin?
Because y'all, the way y'all sound so similar. It's like the melodies. When I listen to this new track, and I'm so excited because y'all let us be one of the first. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. So when I listen to your new track live, like your melodies just flow so effortlessly together. you literally don't even realize, in all honesty, if you just listen to it and you don't even pay attention and you don't know that it's two of y'all, you wouldn't even really know who was who because it blends so beautifully. Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay, they turning out.
That's, again, like I said, that's the beautiful part about working with Dave and somebody of his talent and of his caliber is like, you know, what I do, and then he just add on to it and just flawlessly add on to it, and then that's why I value his input. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, Dave, how you like that, Dave? Is this cool, Dave? How you like that? And Dave like, bruh, just do what you do. And I'm like, but I value somebody like him and his talents and gifts. I value his input on what we're doing because it's, you know, it's vitally important to me that I get, you know, his side of how it's supposed to come out. And he made it. He just made it effortlessly flawless. Yeah. I'm like, dang. But he did tell me, he's like, bro, I need you to stay on me because I can drop off and drop of a hat. I said, I got you, bro. I got you. And I stayed on him.
That's what you got to do, though. See,
and I'm glad because I need to hear some more of that because, y'all, I'm so glad y'all. First, let me just say this, right? With all this noise, and I call it noise because half the music out here ain't doing nothing but making noise. So with all the noise that's going on right now, we need R&B back. We need the old school to come back and teach these buds what's going on with these people. What music is, music with meaning, with soul. Oh my God. So I'm so glad that y'all coming out. It's awesome that you're two individual artists who are willing to come together and work together and do the darn thing. And you both is the bomb diggity. Like, I am so honored.
Yeah. She's a bomb diggity. I ain't heard that in 30 years.
Stop playing. Stop playing. Both of y'all from Ohio, right? In fact, both of y'all are from Cleveland, right? So and don't act like y'all don't understand the words. So I'm curious, what was it like in Cleveland as far for the music industry back before indie was popping, and what is it like? Because I know you're still in Ohio, Stan, but Dave, you're in Atlanta. So what is the difference to you as far as the industry for Cleveland, Ohio, and Atlanta? Not because of course Atlanta is more whatever, but I'm talking about as far on the artist level, like. What's it like when you're trying to get out there and do your thing?
And I think in Cleveland it's so condensed, and there's, you know, I think you get from the time when we started, it was I can't even, man, you know, the difference between Atlanta and Cleveland. I think there's so many companies down here. Well, now. That you come down, you hear people, they move in here to, you know, for Hollywood or for, you know, the entertainment industry, and that's a viable process. But, you know, when you come here, it has to be, got to be 4 times your hustle because you got to remember there's another 8 or 9 million people that are here trying to do the same thing you're doing, and not doing again. So cats are coming down here for that, you know. But in Cleveland, I think there are some people that are doing some things, but when they finally find a niche, they eventually leave. You know, and I think that's the big difference. Not Ray Katzz, but Ray. I'm not sure if he left, but I know he spends a lot of time down here. There's another guy, Trap Boy Mannequin 216. He spends a lot of time down here. A lot of the artists that have a buzz or some type of celebrity at home, they spend a lot of time elsewhere, and I think that's the here. Also, the difference in Atlanta is just such a plethora of different cultures from everywhere that you don't have to leave because you could do 3 or 4 shows in one night here. You could be in Riverdale at 6 for an after work thing. Then you could make it to Marietta and be there for another thing. You could do an hour so you get there by. Then you can go. And
that's the truth.
And then you could go downtown Atlanta and close it off the night for 11 o'clock set and roll. You could do that. You know, I've seen artists come to town and they'll perform at like an outdoor theater, and then they go somewhere else and do something the same night and do like another show. So but you couldn't do that. You could go to Cleveland, then go to Akron, then go to Canton, but everybody from Akron and Canton comes to Cleveland. You know?
Yeah.
Or, you know, Cleveland don't go to Akron and Canton, but you know, people here, they have, you know, venues and stuff in the area where you could do like a little small, me and Stag could come down here and do a small club up in Lithonia, and then the next day do something like I just said. You couldn't do that in Cleveland because you do one day there, then you go somewhere else. It's not really gonna pull like that. It could. I mean, I don't know. It probably wasn't as large as a crowd because to me, like staying over there by where the radio station is, when you go down up to like about 200, they have those little black clubs down there that they have. You probably could do something there and then do something downtown because it's such a distance to people that you probably could hit it like that. Because I've done that before where I did maybe Kings and Queens, and then I went to one of those clubs out on like 200 something and did something out there, but on separate days, not the same night. And pretty lucrative. But here you could do 4 shows in one day, man, and people wouldn't even know. It's so big.
Yeah. Well, I really want people to hear y'all new collaboration.
Oh yeah.
Like I've been playing your music and I've been playing his music. Now they need to hear y'all together. I know they, you know, yeah, they need to understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Telling them ain't nothing. They got to hear it.
Blow your mind.
Yeah. So we're gonna play live by Dan Edward Moore and David Tolliver, and we'll be right back. They doing the darn thing.
Unscripted.
We'll be right back, y'all.
All right.
Stanley, what's up, Daddy? I think we got one here, brother.
Said it's been too long.
Sing the song.
Yeah. Yeah. Said it sounds so good. Yeah. Sing it, Stan.
Receipt, the bills all come through my telephone. While you're out doing whatever, while I sit at home. Yeah. When it comes to me, you're thinking no differently. Tell me, when was the last time you sat down and talked to me?
You remember?
Your pattern has changed so much you don't even know. 'Cause I know where you've been, some places you don't even go. For a change, for once in your life, can you tell me the truth? But I know that's too much and too hard for you to do.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
How long did you think?
Tell me.
I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
But I'm gonna tell you about you. I'm sick of your ride. Go on. Yeah, I'm sick of your ride. Go on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell them, Dave.
No need to talk, just sit down and listen. Can you keep it 100? Let's fix it. All of the proof is right in your face. I smell something foul all over the place. I ain't that dude to follow and chase. The line of them waiting, you will get replaced. I ain't checking your phone or calling your friends. Your ass gon' be homeless, keep listening to them. How long did you think this was gonna last? Lying and cheating's a thing of my past. just don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna tell you about you. Oh, yeah. All you keep doing is lies. Never wanna do right, no. You keep on telling lies. You keep on telling me lies.
Man, he killed that.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Oh, my gosh. Okay, and so we have your manager on the line, too, Stan. Debbie, there?
Yes, I'm here.
So how did you feel about, getting this whole project coordinated? Like what was it like to work with both of them?
For me, I guess from the start, when he shared with me that there would be a collaboration, and of course, I support him because this is about his highest and best, and him seeing a new level of successes in his career. And so when I heard the snippet of it, did not realize that the story behind this song was so surreal until it actually launched in the studio with Nerve DJs and the Bourbon Boys on Monday. And here I am thinking when I heard it, I said, well, goodness, I said, I don't remember sharing with him early on when he first came on K-Hop 2 Productions about what I was actually going through, and that, I was going through a ugly separation, and, that there was some drama, and I'm thinking to myself, I heard the lyrics, I'm going, I know that I didn't tell him anything. Where the hell did he get all this? Where did all this come from? And come to find out, the story was not necessarily about what I was going through, even though it was surreal, but what his cousin was going through, because they have almost like a brother-sister relationship. They're very close. And I said, well, darn. I said, had I have not have heard that story, I would have swore that story was about me. However, it wasn't, but I love it. I loved everything about the musicality between he and Dave Tolliver, and I support the collaboration. I'm looking forward to hearing more. I do understand that there's possibly an extension to Live that might come to fruition, and I'm anxious to see some things really roll in a positive for him. We have quite a few projects already on the table for 2021, and more projects coming, and I'm really excited to see where this takes him. He's just the absolute best to work with. He and the K-Hop 2 team, we just have a really good relationship together, and I'm excited for his collaborations with Funkyard X, and he's just I'm grateful that I've stepped out of my own comfort zone and into a new level of successes for myself as well, and I'm glad that I'm doing it with him. I don't know that he feels that same way some days that we bump heads, but, you know. Everything that glitters isn't gold, right, Bud?
Huh?
I said everything that glitters isn't gold, right?
No, it's not until the finished product comes around. Nah, everything ain't glitter. Everything that glitters is not gold. And through any business and through any collaboration, you know, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be right, you know. But in this business, you learn to go with the punches, and you learn to dodge the punches, and you learn to get the punches back. But at the same token, you know, you adjust to what the adjustments are and keep it moving and keep it professional and keep it going. You know, and that's oh God, I can't tell you how many times I've done that through the years in my career. You know, things didn't go this way, things didn't go that way, but you put on, as they say, you put on your big boy drawers and you keep it moving and do what you need to do, basically.
Well,
I'm like we talking through this interview right now.
Yeah. So one thing's for certain and two things for sure. I have his back, and we're going to do this. So.
Yes, she does.
I do have his back.
That's what's up. And if you and I don't know if y'all heard me, so let me say it again. If y'all ever looking for a background singer, I can woo bop de bop in the background, both of y'all together. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I can. You know, I gotta say, you know, I gotta put it out there. But I love y'all's music. So the song, so Stan, you wrote the song Lies, and it really was something that was dear to you.
Yeah. It was inspirational to me through my cousin, who was going through an ugly relationship that ended up into being an ugly divorce. But throughout that duration of that time of her hurt, of her pain, of her suffering and lies, you know, she needed that shoulder to cry on and that shoulder to, you know, to vent from. And I'm just listening. I gave her very little advice, but I was actually more the listener than anything. And as I'm listening to what she was telling me and how she was feeling and what was going on, I kept thinking to myself, I said, this would make a bomb-ass song from what she was telling me. Now, I have to admit, this song took about at least 4 years, about 3-4 years, because she was going, just how long she was going through with this, and she was feeling this pain, and she would express to me how she would feel. And the biggest thing that she would express to me is that, and I don't mean to tell the business out, but when you catch somebody cheating in the realm, and what do you do when they still don't admit it? It's like that's like mind-boggling to me. You just got caught right off the rip, and you still are not admitting your faults. I said, "Oh, this is gonna be a song right here. What you I think? This is gonna be a nice, a good song."
You gotta
right
you gotta allow that. There's a lot of them be like, that wasn't me. Like, I caught you, I saw you, I got pictures and video, bruh. I don't know who that was. Where you got that from? You know they probably edited that.
Got the receipts and everything, but when you just went to the restaurant and you paid for two, I see it. How you gonna not deny this? Me, I'm not there. I'm not there. But they lies. But they still with us.
Yeah. I'm right
we
here.
got a part 2 to write called Tired.
Okay.
That's
we
that's
got
going to be like a spinoff of it?
Yeah.
It's going to be like a second part of the spinoff or something?
Huh?
Yep.
So you're saying there's going to be another part?
Yeah, it's the part 2 called Tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm jumping on that probably. I'm gonna probably jump on that like next week. This week here is like crazy hectic for me because we got a medicine and music show tomorrow with Dr. Charles Modlin. He's top urologist here in Ohio, and he's actually one of the top 5 black urologists in the world. And we're just doing a music medicine concert tomorrow where he's I'm going to perform. He's going to talk about medical, healthcare disparities, the importance of getting the COVID shot. And, he's just very good friend of mine. So we're going to do that tomorrow.
Do you have a flyer for that already? Do you already have a flyer?
Yes. Yes, I do. I can send it to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
so I can share.
Actually, the flyer is on my cover of my Facebook page. You should be able to pull it from there if you like. You can pull it from there. If not, let me know. I'll just send it to you.
I want you to send it.
You know, Facebook.
Facebook.
When you try to get something on Facebook get your
I will send it. I'll send it.
Dan, you didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, what did you say?
I said he gonna be there talking about ED and prostate, and then you said you was like, yeah, that's one of my great friends, and I said, yeah, I bet you got him on speed dial. You didn't hear that. You missed it.
No.
Wait, quiet as it's kept. I do really.
So the two of y'all knew each other. Y'all knew each other when y'all was young. Y'all went through, I don't know, it sounded like maybe some little growing pains. Then y'all came back together, and now y'all are mending it. I think that's the bomb diggity. I think it's awesome. And then David Tolliver, aren't you still with Men at Large? Y'all still doing stuff, projects too, right?
Right. So let me just say, Jason Champion and I, we started off together. And we did the first 2 albums, and then we separated. He wanted to go seek God, and I wanted to do some different things. Then I got with another brother by the name of Edgar Gemini Porter, and we were together from that time up until probably the beginning of last year. He passed away January 17th of this year from COVID and pneumonia. So let me send our rest in peace to him. But at the time, I didn't want to do any more Men at Large, period. I just didn't. I didn't want to do any more groups unless it was with somebody else. And it's not because of either one of them, but I just wanted to do some other stuff and be in a stress-free environment where everybody's totally professional, where everybody's on one accord. You don't have to make a way for this person because they feel, none of that shit. And I said, but, something kept me and Jason had like a face-to-face online. On Facebook, it was like 3.5 hours long, and it was people were just in it. And I was like, all right, let's go ahead and let's do the album. Because I wasn't gonna do anything else with Gemini. I would have performed with him, but I wasn't gonna do anything else. I didn't want to, and with anybody except for myself, because I see so many people, and especially now over the past year, I lost my best female friend on the planet yesterday to COVID and pneumonia, and last week I lost another homeboy to COVID. I'm just like, geez. And I'm like, man, I'm doing everything I want to do until my number is called, and that's how it's going to go. So working with Stan, like, is a pleasure. Like, Stan is a nice guy. And, like, I don't think we really knew each other young, but we knew of each other. And, I think it just was probably with people. For me, I don't like. I was always working, so I wasn't even out. I went on tour, came home, went right back to the radio station. That's what I did. I didn't have time to play or mess around, although I squeezed it in the late. But that's what I did. So this coming of age is something that I want to do. I'd love to do. I'm excited to do a whole project with Stan. Stan is a musical genius. I'm just gonna add pen and vocals. And he'll have the music composition. We'll do some covers, and he got that damn talk box that he bring out, and I think it'll be a cold situation. And actually, him and I are performing together May 15th, and I see Dennis Katzz, aka Hairline Katzz, in my other room. Well, he ain't here, but then I'm going back and forth between two interviews. That's what my call keeps out. I'm going back and forth. And he
you is the bomb diggity. You is not playing.
He's working.
Tell the other interviewer I say hello. It's unscripted. Don't worry about it. We don't care about that. That's what makes the show fun. I love that. You know what I'm saying? You got a flyer for that?
We're going to be at.
So, we do have a flyer for, but he did individual flyers and full flyers for everybody. It's celebrating the artists that created or shaped the culture of R&B in Cleveland. And from what I hear, what he told me is going to be something starting from the '60s and going all the way up to now. You know, it's not really too many artists that have done anything lately, but I mean, you're starting off in the '60s with Bodie's recordings, and the '70s you can start off with the Jays, they're from Canton, but it's still Cleveland, Shaker Heights. Then I don't really know it all. I mean, then you got so many locals like Odyssey Company, Glass Tier.
Oh my goodness,
now Girl. I mean, there's so many of the older ones that I call from back in the day. So many. Forecast, Scott and Raven, Ingenue, Scott and Raven. My God, that's right up your alley. That funk. That's you all day. I hold the Mario. You got the blue and the monkey pile. That was we could touch on that.
What?
You
want to touch on that?
The monkey paw.
You know I'll flip it. You know I will flip that joint.
I know you will.
Man, don't play with
me.
Get
your what's your name? It could be like Computer Love. I was doing the vocals and you talk box.
That talk box, yeah. We got a chance to hear some of that.
Right.
We did the show.
I can pull some of that.
So, David, can you make sure you send me, David, a flyer so I can promote that for your May 15th?
That's going to be in Cleveland.
It's going to be in Ohio, right? Or where's it going to be?
Yeah, Cleveland. In Cleveland?
Yeah, in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely share that throughout the Ohio music group.
Are you in Ohio now? Pat, you in Ohio?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio. Mm-hmm. I'm headed to Atlanta next week, though. I'll be in Atlanta. I have a book signing at the Nubian Bookstore right there in Morrow, Georgia, next Saturday. In fact, David, if you can come out, please come out. Come, and grab a book, I autograph it or something. Come smile, come something if you can. But it's at 1540 South Lake Parkway in Morrow, Georgia. It's at the Nubian Bookstore. And people who live in Atlanta, everybody knows Mark is at the Nubian Bookstore.
Yes,
it's time for me to write my book. I just wrote the outline. I just wrote the outline for a book I'm going to write about me and my dad's relationship. Though it was horrible growing up because he was a mean, evil, abusive guy. And I'm writing that right now. So I wrote out my outline the other day because I've been procrastinating on doing it. During the pandemic, I could have had books upon books upon books. But
when you get ready to publish it, make sure you come down my lane. When you get ready to publish it, come down my lane. ATW Media and printing. Yeah,
I'm also in the midst of writing a book as well, and I'm writing the book is titled "Tell It All: The Rise and Fall of Katzz."
Oh,
wow! Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm still in the midst of writing that, and this stories we have to tell, and our stories from Katzz in Cleveland, the rise and fall of how we was here, and how the fallout that we had, this, that, and the other, and back then, and I got to say this, Gerald Levert was like our enemy in a sense back then. But it'll all be explained in the book on why and how that went down and why it didn't go down and how we were. And technically,
I mean, I can understand that, but why? Don't tell me now. Tell me.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, there it is. Because here's the thing, Dave, and I can say this: a lot of us was misled by the leadership that we had. A lot of us was misled by that leadership that we found out 20 plus years later that what he was thinking and how he had us thinking was not the way it was supposed to go down.
Well, that's a lot of artists are coming back from that time period to saying that. There's a lot of artists. A lot. What's the one with the sisters? What's her name? Toni Braxton came out in it. The Brad, TLC and them came out and said that. I mean, not the Brad, but TLC and them came out and said that. Like a lot of artists during that period was going through that with management and it not being the greatest situation.
Yeah,
that sounds believable.
They were, what they were doing, man, was one. The thing I can tell you about Gerald is that he was a control freak, man. He had to be in control of everything. And so, you know, and so, I mean, not necessarily, but they did things the old school way. So, it was like, so how you watch how Aretha Franklin was demanding for stuff and Ray Charles demanded for stuff in their movies and Nina Simone and all these, how they demanded it. They figured out a way to cut the head off of that snake. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but that kept going. And like, what's so crazy is we took those, man, when I tell you we took a stripping, we took strippings for these young artists now. You know what I'm saying? They should be giving us cuts. But, you know, that you know, if I told you the percentages and stuff that we got and the percentages that we didn't get, like Katzz now be going for little percentages that we didn't get. Katzz be going to court now and getting millions of dollars for it. Yeah, that type of shit.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's hey, but quick story.
Go ahead.
Huh? I was gonna say me and Larry Marcus.
Bingo. Rest in peace.
I don't know who's talking. Is it David or Stan?
It was Dave.
Stan.
But he was saying rest in peace to Larry Marcus, who was Bingo. He was the writer for the Rude Boys, and he was the one who wrote "Written All Over Your Face." And Larry and I used to have talks upon talks, and actually we met because people kept saying that we looked identical like twins, and we would have these talks, and we got real close with each other. We would have these talks. And Larry was sharing with me when he had presented his songs to Gerald, and he said, twin, I didn't know then what it meant, but I know now. And I was so ecstatic when we had presented our things to Gerald, and Gerald had told us that we had the deal, and I shook his hand. I said, Gerald, thank you so much. He said, Gerald grabbed my hand, he said, and he put on a tighter grip and pulled me to him and said, no. You. He said, I didn't know what that meant then, but I know what it means now. I was like,
no, wow. Yeah, don't tell us no more. Don't tell us no more. Look, we got So we got two authors, basically. So we got two authors.
Let me say this part. All of that stuff that they were doing from them on back and going forward still now, like with these 360 deals and stuff, it's not illegal. That's just the way of the business. And if you don't know it, it's really not it's not their job to tell you. You got, that's why I tell these cats, it's 80% business and 90% business and 10% show. Because if you got your business right, and you'll eat forever off one record today, off a half a record. But nobody knew. Like our biggest mistake was we thought our shit didn't stink. But I mean, like, man, we was going places. They was closing down stores for us to shop, and they was kicking us out because it was carbon too private. And it's like, we was like, man, we leaving. Because everybody, we still on the fire machine. We want to be crew chiefs at least. Because I was the one that always watched for the business because I always had my uncle in my ear too. And I was like, So, but we left. And when, you know what, you about to make me write this book too, dog. Damn.
Oh, man.
When I tell you how we got out the deal, y'all going to be like, what? And I never wanted to be an ogre. When I tell you, I never wanted to be an ogre because he's deceased now to try to go. I had a talk, and I won't put him out there, but I had a talk with somebody who was very, 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 very close to him. And we both had the same opinions, and he had no idea that certain stuff was going on. He said he was just putting money in and just letting it go. But when it started happening to him, he said, yeah, I see. And he was like, man, go get that money. So because I've been telling my daughter, yo, after daddy goes, this is how you go do da-da-da-da-da. But now, shit, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm about to go get it.
I know that's right. That's what's up. You know what? That's the bomb. Like, that is amazing. I just love the fact. So do you ever find yourself giving advice to other artists that y'all come across? Do artists ever reach out to you and be like, hey, you know,
like a master class.
That's all I do.
Well, you know what? It kind of scares me
and it boggles me. It's mind-boggling to me that, you know, when you give these artists these advice, some listen, some heed it, some respect it, but, you know, at the end of the day, they're going to do what they're going to do, you know, and it's like when you tell them what you did to get to the, like I said earlier, when you share with them your stories and your philosophies and your wisdom on what got you to the point to where it's what they respect, it's not hard to tell them, you know, like I'll tell an artist in a minute, stop drinking and stop smoking because it's going to shorten your life. Cut that crap out. Do they listen? Probably not.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you,
OG.
I hear you, OG.
Right. I hear you, OG. No, you don't. Because honestly, you're shortening your life with your lungs by smoking. Period. You're shortening your life when you do that. You know, if you value your voice, if you value the gift that God gave you, then you'll take care of it. You'll nurture it. You'll make sure that it's the proper, that it's being taken care of, so that it'll last you when you're 50 and 60 years old. You know, it'll last you. Some of them respect that, some of them don't. You know, they're like, how'd you get, like, people right now are really starting to notice me with this talk box thing with Roger, and they always ask me, they like, dude, how do you get your sound? How do you do this? Da-da-da-da-da. I said, this is years of rehearsal. This is years of shedding. This is years of studying. This is years. Right. You know, I ain't just started doing this overnight. Y'all just started to notice it today. I just bringing it out. I mean, you know, and this is what I do. And I challenge my box is there's no gender to it. I can do a female song with a talk box, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It won't lose its value. It won't lose anything from it. It'll probably be better, you know. Okay. But it is what it is. They're going to be who they are.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead and finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying that it is what it is when it comes to, you know, giving different artists advice. We're actually, me and a gentleman by the name of Steve Johnson, he's the music director for a fabulous group up here in Cleveland called Funkyard X. Me, him, and Elijah Gilmore, who is like the percussionist for Gladys Knight, we wanted to put together a seminar where we kind of school young artists, young musicians on our knowledge of the business, on our knowledge of the pretty much the underground stuff that they don't teach and tell you out here in schools and this, that, and the other, in the streets. And,
that's not that. I like that. I like that.
I don't know, and Dave know this for a fact. Cleveland, Ohio, Dayton, Canton, Youngstown, Akron have some of the most elite musicians walking, vocal, guitar. When I tell you these musicians they not just play, and then some of them play multiple instruments. They just ridiculous at what they do, and that's all they are. They're just ridiculous at it. They're not trying to rehearse. They're not trying to commit themselves. They're not trying to be loyal to one another. They're trying to get in where they can fit in, but they're not actually doing what we used to do, Dave, back in the day, which is rehearse in the closet until we come out, until it's perfected. They don't do that. They think that because their gift is their gift right now.
Rehearse, man. Rehearse.
Yeah. They think that their gift is perfected right now, and not the case.
I think that would be a great idea, because you got a lot of artists who they want, like, for instance, in the Atlanta Music Industry group on Facebook, we have the mentor thing where artists and people that are in the group can mentor each. You know what I'm saying? They can mentor each other. Yeah, you've mentored a few of them, right? So I think that, you know, the one thing I feel is important is that when artists such as yourselves and celebrities and all the kind of people, they should always reach back and give back to the younger ones. You know what I'm saying? Or to the next generation that's about to come. Like, that's just something that I feel like we can offer to them now. Of course, all of them ain't gonna take it, no. But you always have those few that will, and there's always a freaking star in those few that will. You understand what I'm saying? There's always, you're gonna pull out something. Yeah. You still got some. They gonna do an A in that. They ain't gonna be the ones like the F that ain't listening. They gonna get an A.
Dave got this thing in this app on this group called Clubhouse, right? And I think I went in there a couple times where it's like a singer's room where he have all these singers come in and they just Dave had these like important people in there, like they're like writers, engineers, and producers and stuff, and they be big time Grammy Award winning people listening to these people sing. So in this one particular night, Shirley Murdoch came up in there, and she dropped some knowledge. I was sitting like being because Dave have it late at night, so I'm like trying to get in bed. I'm in bed, getting ready for work the next day because I can't stay up. And when Shirley came on there, I just got up, and she said something that was so mind-boggling to me that she shared with us that Roger Troutman shared with her. And if I'm not, if Dave, please correct me if I'm wrong. She said something on the level, do you want to be an artist, or do you want to be what was it? It was you either want to be an artist or you want to be a musician. You want to be an artist or a musician? Which one? Which one? Are you an artist or are you a musician? Which one do you want to be? It's like, wow.
Because you can't.
And I hadn't really gave that no.
Because you couldn't be both. You got to choose. You got to choose.
Well, it's the thing. Which one is going to bring you the most revenue to your career? Which one is going to really? That's what it was. You want to have a career or you want to be an artist. Something on that level that she was saying, where it was like, which one is going to benefit you the most as an entertainer and as a person? Which one's going to benefit you more?
Yeah,
I was like,
that was smart,
man. She dropped so much knowledge that night. I was like, I wish I was woke enough to really suck it in. But I was falling asleep in that clubhouse. That's why I don't come on days. If I be half knocked out, I don't hear everything. I be knocked out.
You always sleepy, homie.
I know.
Y'all too. Oh
man,
the work I be doing in the studio, bro. You're right. I do be always sleepy. I sure do.
So I'm about to be like you. I just moved and I got the spot set up. I ain't set up yet. I move in everything Saturday. Oh my God, I can't wait. I told my wife, you ain't never gonna see me. I'm gonna be never.
Congratulations.
Come down there and bless it then, right?
Let's get it. Hell yeah.
Okay, there it is. My wife already want to come back to Atlanta. She already want to come back to visit Atlanta, so we got to set something up.
Come on, let's do it. My wife needs some friends.
Hey,
that's
man. I'm going to have to spend at least a week in Atlanta because there's a couple of people out there I gotta hit up.
I can't hear it.
You gotta spend a week down there.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to spend a week. I'm gonna have to spend at least a week in Atlanta because there's a couple of people out there I'm gonna have to hit up. I'm gonna have to, because they'll kill me if I don't.
Right. Yeah, and it's going to, and when you go to Atlanta, there's so many people and you got so much going on. You need that whole week. I understand. When I get down there, I need my whole week because it's just like I'm trying to do everything I can. Yeah, that's what's up. So both of you have individual projects that you're working on. David, what's the name? So what's the name of your project? And also, then Stan, tell us your name of your project. So David, you start first. What's the name of your project? How can they get it? And what is your your website, or just give your social media handle stuff.
So right now, I have to renew the website stuff. I kind of let everything go. This COVID has been kind of like really up and down for me. I'm in and out. But right now I'm doing some kind of bluesy Southern soul type stuff. I have a single out right now called Love Like This. You can get it everywhere. It's out everywhere. Also my other stuff, the home records.
Say it again. It's called what?
It's called Love Like This.
Love Like This.
It's a bluesy
record.
Love Like This. The record you played, I gave you an exclusive on Satisfaction. That's going to be my next single. Either that or Feels Good to Be Back, or I might just do both of them at the same time because she like it like that. And You know, my project is going to be called Aunt Gail, Aunt Minnie, Granny Smith, because they were the ladies that introduced me to like the blues and stuff like that. So it's bluesy, but it's not really blues. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm calling. That's what I'm marketing towards that crowd. And just follow me at Dave Minute Large on Instagram and Twitter. Dave Tolliver everywhere else. You've been calling me David all night. I like when ladies call me David, unless it's my wife or my mother, because when they call my David, that means I'm God. David. That means that my wife called. That means she want me to do something. If my mother was like David, then I was in trouble. So but yeah, Dave Minute Large, Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, Dave Minute Large. Facebook is just Dave Tolliver, and everything is Dave Tolliver everywhere. So holla at your bye. Holla at your bye.
Okay. And huh?
This is anything, David.
I said, okay, so your turn, Stan. So tell us about your new release, how they can get it, your social media stuff.
Okay, my new release is the one with Dave Tolliver titled Live. There was a discrepancy earlier this week that I was so hot about this discrepancy because it was so minor. They held back. It was supposed to have been released on the 19th. But they held it back for one little asterisk that was not on the artwork because it was in the title. It wasn't in the, and I'm sitting up here like, are y'all freaking serious right now? Y'all held this back. So I had to go back in, change the artwork, put the asterisk in the artwork so that it matched the title. So it's being released. It's released now, but it takes like up to 14 days for it to generate through all of the digital platform. So I just found the ringtone, because these are ringtone as well, and the ringtone is on iTunes for Live. So there's a ringtone for Live as well. So that should be released. I'm gonna post when it's out everywhere on my social media, and everybody can follow me on Facebook. Stand There With More. There's a second page I have, Stand There With More, page 2. There's a Instagram page, Stand There With More. There's a Twitter page, Stand There With More, and there's a Facebook and Instagram page I have for my production company, which is the SEM Music Group. And that website is coming up shortly. That website is coming up soon for the SEM Music Group, to where all the artists that I work with, that I produce, are going to be they're going to be platformed from the SEM Music Group. So me, myself, Katzz is going to be from there. Dave will probably be from there. It's whoever, to be able to get their stuff and they can download it from the SEM Music Group. I'm working on that. I have a project I'm doing with my group, Katzz, and we're doing another project, Phenomenality. That's the name of that album that's going to be. I'm doing another project with Dave. Dave and I are doing it. So I got stuff lined up out the wazoo.
Me and Jason doing a project.
I'm sorry?
I said me and Jason are doing a project. I forgot to say that too, that we don't have a title yet. So yeah, I forgot.
Right.
Oops.
Yep. Yeah. So and then actually I was talking. I don't know if I mentioned it today or not, but I'm actually going to do a blues album. I wanted to do a blues album, but the blues that I'm doing is not like a soulful Muddy Waters type John Lee Hooker kind of blues. It's that Chicago blues, that Howlin' Wolf type blues, and the title of that is going to be Walk a Mile in My Shoes.
There it is.
Yeah, that's going to be that blues is going to be cut through Chicago Delta. I ain't playing with this one.
Wow. Don't play with it, Stan.
That's the stuff. So once again, the fact that y'all got all this activity going and y'all working means that the music is shifting. A lot of artists, that in the 2000s and whatever, are coming back with new stuff. Tony Terry, he had hits back then, and he's coming back out with stuff. Like a lot of artists are coming back out with stuff. So I think that's the bomb thing, because we need it. Because I'm tired of pop. And then, is that the song? Like, You know, backseat, you know, bitch ass, you know, I'm tired of that. Like, I need something with substance. So we need your music. Maybe it'll encourage people to fall in love again or make up or something.
Yeah. I can't stand that, hey, come on, hey. What the hell are you saying and what the hell do it mean? I hate it. I'm like, oh God. We gotta bring back the real. That's what we doing. That's what we gonna do.
Yes, that's what we need. Like the R&B, I tell people all the time, the R&B lane is so wide open right now. You can come out there with hits and boom, just be like you never left. Like the R&B lane is just that open. You know what I'm saying? The market right now is saturated with rap music, but people are tired. And you know when people start saying they're tired, they want something different, they want something else. When everybody starts saying it, the shift starts happening. It doesn't mean that rap music ever going to go anywhere, but it just means that it's about to be a shift. And another type of music is going to come. It does about every 10, 20 years.
Yeah, the generation is getting, the generation that remember the music, they were growing up from it. If it was 20 years ago, they're adults now. Mm-hmm. So now they're getting a little bit older. Like now I want to go back to hearing something that felt good as a child. Everybody do that. You want to hear music that you grew up listening to, and that's your comfort zone. You're like, man, why can't I hear something like that again? Mm-hmm. You know, so that's, I get it.
Mm-hmm. I'm so, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I know we had an unscripted moment today, but, that's okay because that's what makes this show fun for me. Yeah. I don't trip about little things because it's all going to work out. Like, I'm so excited to have had both of you on the show. I appreciate it. It wasn't supposed to work out where I got the exclusive, but exclusive in that kind of way. But you know what I'm saying? God is good. Thank you, Lord. So I got the exclusive before everybody else get it. I'm sorry. Hey, life ain't fair. But I just I'm so excited to have had both of you on. You're both from my home state. You know what I'm saying? And we grew up in the music, Ohio. So I know music is the thing in Ohio. So it's a pleasure to even be able to interview people who I grew up listening to. Right. I was rocking to y'all. I think I was at Central State University dropping like, no, I don't think they was dropping like it was hot back then, but they was doing something.
I had an 8mm camera.
My wife graduated.
Your wife graduated from Central State University?
Yeah.
Who was saying that? Dave was saying.
Dave.
That was Dave.
Dave, so your wife is Central State University alumni too?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what's up. I've got to come to the homecoming. Oh my gosh! What year? Because I'm wondering if I was there when she was there.
I think she came out in '98.
Oh no! I'm old.
You was long gone. You was long gone.
I'm doing no. I ain't telling my age, but not yet. No, we wouldn't do that. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all for making time in y'all busy schedules. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved y'all's energy, both of you individually. So to have both of you two powerhouses together and just letting people know in your own way what's going on, what the music industry is about, the difference between Atlanta and Ohio. Like, very informative interview. I appreciate that.
Collaboration, though.
Yeah, that's all. You literally, like, I was on my way to buy it, and I'm still going to buy it. Even though you blessed me with it, I still want to buy y'all's music because I am a fan. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. In fact, I got Tennessee whiskey. I got Tennessee whiskey, don't you, Stan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I looked at that. I kind of, like, scrolled through my Spotify artist page. That daggone song got, like, almost 90,000 streams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, I'm going to reach 100K for the end of the year.
That's a popular record, man. That's a popular record.
Yeah.
And when people expect it, when people search it, it's going to be in the popular searches because that's one of the popular cover songs that people are doing right now on TV shows and everything. So, everybody, I remember I saw something, everybody was doing that doggone record. Like in my room in Clubhouse, I've had a bunch of people do that record too, the audition. So it's a very popular song. So that was a dope idea.
Yeah.
And, we hashtag
his version was great.
Yeah, his version is the bomb digger.
Lies, hashtag lies, white lies, black lies, dirty lies, all this hashtag, all that when we posting, it'll run up in them searches. And then if we do a video.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you got to do a video.
Yeah, everybody's going to see that.
You got to do a video.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Speaking of video, y'all need to tune in to Instagram Friday at on Funkyard X's page. They're debuting their single titled Let It Go. You need to get that single, too. That single is hot. They're from here, from Cleveland. And we pretty much it's going to be called Let It Go. And I've collaborated with Funkyard because we're doing a Roger Troutman tribute concert. And we shot the video that had me featured with that Roger Troutman video to promote the fact that we're going to be performing that concert this year. So they killed two birds with one stone. They shot their video for the single, and we shot the video for the Roger Troutman tribute, and they're debuting it. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. They're debuting it this Friday.
You have their managers. Do you have their manager's number? Can you give their manager my number, and we can talk and see how we can assist with the promotion side of what they're doing?
I got the music director's number. I got the direct person inside right with him.
Okay, yeah.
Get with him.
Yeah.
I got Steve Johnson's number. I'll run it by him.
Okay, and tag me in the live on with this on Friday.
Friday 7 to 7:30.
It's gonna be Instagram. Yep, it's gonna be Instagram. I'll follow them on Instagram. They're Funkyard X.
Okay.
Funkyard X. Okay.
On Instagram. Okay.
Funkyard X. Follow them on Instagram.
Because you sound excited. You sound excited, so it must be the Bomb Diggity Group. The way the excitement I hear in your voice when you talk about it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Listen,
I want to see.
Right before I called you guys, Steve had called me. He's the music director for Funkyard. He had called me and had sent me the audio that they're using for the video, and he said that he was missing a certain piece that he needed for me to resend to him. And that audio that I heard that they're using for the video tomorrow, it is freaking fire. I tell you what, just Google Funkyard X on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just pull them up on YouTube. Funkyard X. Explosive. Those guys are
the way you
literally explosive.
The way you said it didn't sound like funk.
It's funk. Trust. It's a little deeper than funk, Dave.
No, I'm talking about the way you said funk didn't sound like funk. It sounded like something else.
Dave is a comedian.
Yeah, Dave's a comedian. Yes, he is. Yeah, big time.
We will definitely look them up. Funkyard X. I'll definitely on YouTube and on Instagram.
On Friday, there's something up. Is it at 7 p.m. or 7:30?
What time did you say?
7:30.
Okay. All right. Oh, gotcha. Funkyard X. Okay.
Let me confirm that. Give me a quick second. I will definitely confirm that. Hold on, let me do this.
So while you confirming that, I'm just want to let y'all know I'm excited. Make sure y'all go to YouTube because David Tolliver, Dan Edward Moore, they have music videos, music. In fact, I posted one in the Atlanta Music Industry Group. I think I posted one of David, one of yours, Dave. Dave, right? He said Dave. He go by Dave. He said only his wife, his mom called him David.
I just was saying that most of the time, women, I like it when women call me David, unless it's my mother or my wife. Because if it was my mom, I know I was in trouble. If it's my wife, I know she wanted me to do.
You like? Oh, okay. I got it mixed up. Okay, so so I'm so excited, just to have. I'm acting like a groupie, ain't I? Let me stop. Am I acting like a groupie? I just need to act like a groupie.
Take the shirt off now.
I did say that with Tony Terry. Yeah. I heard that all of y'all friends, or all y'all know each other in the street.
Tony Terry, that's
Terry,
my
and huh?
That's big. Okay. Tony Terry's big bro.
Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay. The time. I'm sorry. The time for that Friday is 7 p.m. I just saw it on their page. It's at 7 p.m. So it'll be it'll be live streamed. The video will be live streamed at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern Standard, right? East Coast time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I definitely. And what did you say, David? What did you say the name of your song is that's out now?
Love Like This.
He wrote it on his paper. I need to write it on mine. Love Like This. Okay.
Wait a minute. Can I tell one thing about Dave? I got to tell this.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell this. Y'all know if y'all played it. I wasn't around. I don't know if y'all played it or not. But Dave, no, he already know what I'm getting ready to say. He has a version of "Baby I'm Ready" by Gerald Levert. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. I don't know if y'all played that or y'all got that, but
you know what? Baby, I'm ready. For some reason, the only thing I have right now is I think it's the instrumental because I didn't hear.
I hear the chorus, but
yeah.
You need Dave's version. Oh my God.
So David, can you send it to me and I'll play it? I'll when the show starts tomorrow, because we come on again tomorrow at 8:00, the ladies roundtable discussion, and so I'll start off with that song if you send it to me.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, both of y'all are just because I
talking the whole show that's been mumbling. Every time you say something like, if somebody's been talking the whole show, every time you say something, they be like, that's what it sounds like.
Oh,
So it's your phone, Kenny.
Oh no!
I'm blaming it on your phone. I'm blaming it on Kenny's phone. It's unscripted. Can you hear that? So since we have let me go back because that's the one I have. So I definitely want to play Tennessee Whiskey. I just want to thank y'all for, like I said, taking out time out of y'all busy schedules to even, stop by and just talk. And I just think it's beautiful that y'all are connecting back together, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and you're working on projects and stuff. I just think that's amazing. I wish y'all nothing but the greatest success. Please tag, as y'all do, tag me when y'all have something that y'all want me to share, because I have no problem, with sharing it or whatever. The Atlanta Music Industry Group in Facebook is really growing, David, so if you want to share, I don't know if you remember the group, if you want to join and share, it's like almost 15,000 members. Like it just, in 2020, it just shot up, and I guess because everybody was kind of like,
What's the group?
It's called the Atlanta Music Industry, but it's MUZIC.
You also got the Ohio Music one.
Oh, yeah, and I got the Ohio Music Industry and the Ohio Entertainment Industry groups on Facebook, too. So, yeah, definitely tag me, and I will share. I have no problem with sharing. I'm definitely a fan. I have been since I was, a teenager or whatever. So, when y'all was out there, when y'all was first starting out, I literally was
on the wall.
Yeah, right.
Video coming on.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I don't care these people with this crazy music. Young cats, move them out the way and let the Godfather, with the old school, let the people come to know what's going on. Let them bring back some love. And you, David, both of y'all write for different people. Y'all both are writers too, right? Have you written for any other artists?
Yeah,
I forgot to ask you that.
I actually wrote the second verse on live. So yeah, we wrote that.
Yeah.
That's David. Okay, so y'all co-wrote live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave,
okay, that's
Dave
all.
He did I just did the second verse. He got the music. He did the verse, the hook. You know, so yeah. I just put my little 2 cents in it.
I love it. Well, I love it. I can't wait to hear more from you as a collaboration and also as individuals, because I definitely rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And, I just appreciate you always, both of you, because both of you I've interviewed before. You, David, I think I interviewed you in Atlanta when I was on 1100 a.m., and I will actually be in Atlanta on 1100 a.m. next Thursday the 6th. At 8 p.m., yeah. I had an intern while I was there, and he has his own show. I think it's called, I don't want to say what it's called until I figure out. I think it's After Dark or something like that, but I'm going to find out for real. I'm going to have a flyer out, but I'm excited about coming back to Atlanta. But, so I'm just excited to just rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Forever y'all fans. Forever y'all fans.
That's what's up.
Forever y'all fans.
Bless your heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. So if I could ask each one of you, I'll start with you, Stan. If you could give a word of advice to an upcoming artist, please do so, and then I'll go to you, David. Like, what if you could only choose one advice to give to an artist, each one of you, pick one thing and let us know what that is. Let's start with you, Stan.
When the opportunity comes, go for it. God's got you. God's protecting you. God will give you He will give you your vision. He will give you your discernment. He will give you your confidence to know when an opportunity comes, don't worry about it. Don't try to figure it out. Jump on it. Do what you need to do and handle your business, period. And actually also learn the business. Learn it for yourself. Yeah. Learn it. Learn the business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, and same for you, David. If you could give just one, you got a bucket and you can only pick one. What advice would you give to an upcoming artist?
Be who you really are. Stop trying to be everybody else, and ride the rails of success on who you are. Don't be afraid to be you or to be different. I close it like this because we all have to drive on the same freeway, but we don't always have to drive the same car. Ride your own truth.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
That's good advice.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was you see what I'm saying? They from Ohio. I just want you. I'm not even saying they're from Ohio. And I no disrespect to Jersey though.
We got them too.
No disrespect.
You line them up. You line them right up. No problem.
No, I'm not playing. I'm just playing. I know Jersey got it going on, but you just know Ohio has the ground. Okay, I just wanted. That's all I want. I just wanted that Ohio prop. I just want Okay, all right. Yeah. Peace and love to y'all. We're gonna roll out of here. We're gonna play some Tennessee whiskey, and then we're gonna replay some Satisfaction, and then we're gonna play Liars again as we roll up out of here. Much love to y'all.
Oh yeah,
no doubt. Much love.
Love you too. Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. On the Move Unscripted, y'all. Yeah. We just had Stan Edward Moore and David Tolliver in the house. Yeah, that was such a good interview. You know what I'm saying? I love when things fall together. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get into some Tennessee whiskey. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow on the Move Unscripted with the Ladies Roundtable discussion, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Spend my nights out in a bar room, liquor was the only love I know. you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. Your head smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Oh, and I'll stay strong on your love all the time. Let me say one more thing. Now, I've looked for love in all the same old places. Yes, I did. Found the bottom of the bottle, always dry. Oh, yeah. But when you poured out your heart, no, I didn't waste it, no, I didn't know. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Lord have mercy. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as the glass of brandy. Oh, and I'll stay strong on your love all the time. Won't you play that guitar? Yeah, 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 yeah. Lord have mercy. Play it, yeah,
Yeah. Like Bobby, Chanel Sosa. D. Baby. Let's go.
All she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, I'll work it out. Said it ain't a game. What you talking about? Yeah. All she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, I'll work it out. Said it ain't a game. What you talking about? She wanted deeper. She said she wanted slow. Baby is a keeper, so I'm putting on a show. You saw what you reap. I mean, I really don't know, but I'm trying to keep her, so I'm ready to go. Turn around, yeah, baby. All I wanna do is turn around. Ooh, all she wants is satisfaction, and you know I'm ready for action. I'll take it out, yeah. I'll work it out, I will. Said it ain't a game, no. What you talking about? Alright, all she wants is satisfaction. Confession. At first she was restless, and now she all invested. I told her don't fear, 'cause baby I'm here. I'm only in town for the night. Yeah, I need you to hold me down for the night. Get me right. All I wanna do is turn around. Call my name, I'ma be your claim to fame. I'ma be digging you down right. Think about me on your downtime. My pictures of me in your cloud ride. You texting me all in your mouth
Stanley.
What's up, Daddy?
I think we got one here, brother. Said it's been too long.
Sing the song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Said it sounds so good.
Yeah.
Sing it, Stan.
Receipt the bills all come through my telephone. While you're out doing whatever, while I sit at home. Yeah. When it comes to me, you're thinking no differently. Yeah. Tell me, when was the last time you sat down and talked to me?
You remember?
Your pattern has changed so much you don't even know. Oh, 'cause I know where you've been, some places you don't even go. for a change for once in your life. Can you tell me the truth? Oh, yeah. But I know that's too much and too hard for you to do. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. How long did you think? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna tell you about you. I'm sick of your lies. Go on, go on. Yeah, I'm sick of your lies. Go on, go on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell them, Dave. No need to talk, just sit down and listen. Can you keep it 100? Let's fix it. All of the proof is right in your face. I smell something foul all over the place. I ain't that dude to follow and chase. The line of them waiting, you will get replaced. I ain't checking your phone or calling your friends. Your ass gon' be homeless, keep listening to them. How long did you think this was gonna last? Lying and cheating's a thing of my past. I just don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna tell you about you. Oh, lies, hell yeah. All you keep doing is lies. Never wanna do right, no. You keep on telling lies. You keep on telling me lies.